Are you ready for me, Pisces? Because I am totally ready for you. I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for being so patient with me. If you were waiting, thank you. Hopefully this is up by the 11th. I definitely have a few hours. I'm doing okay, and I did my best for you guys. I did. I had so many distractions today. More than I anticipated. So, that being said, thank you for joining me, Pisces. It is now dark out on my porch, and I've had to put on a hoodie here because it got cold. Once the sun went down, it got cold. So, what do we have for Pisces, May 11th? Sun, moon, rising, week. What are the energies we didn't need to know that can help all of us, Pisces, to tap into our own psychic, spiritual channel, frequency, radio station that plays music we love, our music, clear music with a good beat that we like. It heals us, it resonates us, and opens our minds and our souls and our hearts. So, this is for highest and greatest good of everybody involved. So, even if you're not a Pisces and you're here because you're really curious about one, it's totally cool. See how this resonates into your life, though, Pisces. See how what I say makes sense or doesn't make sense in your story, in your book. Whatever chapter of that book you're in right now. So let's see. May 11th, week of, what does Pisces need to know? What is God, Holy Spirit, your guardian angels, your higher self, ascended masters, luck. The sun just jumped, Pisces. The sun jumped out of that. So I want you to know the sun is coming out, Pisces. I love Pisces so much. I do. I totally have a thing for Pisces. I totally do. I'm not coming because I have Pisces rising. I just do. I just have a thing for them. So, not to call favorites. Speaking of favorites, I feel like I need to mention that I did give. Speaking of this, I do need to give a little extra attention sometimes to certain signs. I know there are signs now that I did on my first round in the beginning that did not get a bonus and may feel a little left out. Please don't feel left out if you're watching this and you did not get your bonus. Oh my. Hold on. Hold on. Please, what was I saying? Please don't feel like I'm not giving you right attention. Just pretend like I'm a mommy of a lot of people. Got a lot of mommying going on, you guys. So sometimes, things come up and certain kids need a little extra attention in a certain area, and there'll be another time when the other kids will get their attention in another area. So I'm just gonna say that and go with what happens whenever I do these readings and in my life together and see how it flows. And I hope it just goes to where it needs to go. Okay? So what else do we need to know? This is the Wisdom of the Oracle. Wisdom of the Oracle deck for Pisces. Oh my, Pisces. You had the sun jump out. Do I need to do any more after that? This is you shining for who you are. Just remember that the sun goes down. I want to say that. So the sun comes out. It'll be out tomorrow. It's not out right now. But it'll come out tomorrow. Or the next day, or the next day. So for you, Pisces, the sun is out now. This is the sun of life. This is the sun of your heart beaming out. This is solar plexus. This is gold, Pisces. You got gold jumping out. The gold is in you. Look at that halo. It looks kind of like my sister's halo. Or not her halo. My sister's aura looks a little like that. But she's got a white, almost like this white light that's beaming out of the heart, but that's kind of over her head a little, and then she has some orange in there for creativity. But there's orange in this too. It is. It's fire. Fire. Maybe you have fire in your chart. Maybe 19 means something to you. Let's see. One more for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising. Whatever you need to know. Wisdom for the sun for this week. All that glitters is not gold. Pisces. That's the first thing I wanted to say. Because you have this, and this is sun. This is life force. This is actually real gold. The life force energy, that living soul that is here having a human experience, right? That child of God in you, Pisces, that's here to do something extremely special because of who you are. Look at this, like, I want to say megalith, but it's not. It's a, almost like the Nazca lines when there's a big symbol in the ground that you see from aerial view. There's like a horse or a dog or like an animal back here, right? And there's these two big megalithic pillars which are creating energy force fields here, protecting him, grounding him down. He has this breath of life behind him, giving him life, feeding this energy on his skin every day he's here to live and do what he or she is meant to do. I mean, it's totally androgynous, this picture. It's kind of weird. I guess it's a she. When I look at the face, I say he. And there's a hill. There's all these wildflowers. It's like these wildflowers are you, Pisces. This makeup of all this different energetic beauty is you. With this force field around you, beaming out of you. Let your sun shine, Pisces. If you're not doing this, if you're not feeling this when you wake up, like that's your strength, that's your power, you're here to do something and be magnificent, then look to where in your life you have small things that do make you feel this way. In the end, the value comes from who you are and the gold that you beam here, because you don't bring any of the gold with you. You don't bring the wealth with you. You don't bring the job with you. You don't bring your family with you. You don't bring your friends with you. You bring you, and you probably bring your memories and your experiences and the memory of the person you were behind, and you probably get a life review of, I think this is sort of my own little belief, that when we die, we not only experience our life through our eyes, through that whole like went through the tunnel and see all the scenes of your life in a moment kind of thing, but that we also somehow, because there's no time, or it's somehow different, we can't understand now, that we also experience our life, Pisces, through the eyes, emotion, and skin of every other person in our life that we ever met, experienced, passed by, brushed by, stood by on a train, had a conversation with, slept with in the bed. Everything, right? We get to experience our life through that person's eyes, through how we made them feel, whether we meant to hurt them, whether we didn't mean to hurt them, how we healed a situation, how we created abundance and happiness in someone else's life for growth, how we changed a situation that was brought to us for better. Does that change how you see anything that you did in the past? Not that you can't do it again, or didn't do this, or didn't do that, but how would it change what value you had in your situations? Because it's your experiences that you bring, right? So while you're here, maybe you're here to learn, Pisces, or at least this week, because that was a really big sidetrack to go into the end of life. Sorry, but maybe that meant or helped somebody. It changed my perspective. It made me look at my situations differently. Like, even if it's just what if the way you just treated that person because you had a, weird morning, and then you were sort of rude to the girl giving you coffee, instead of giving her a $2 tip for your $2 coffee, because you can, right? What if the person in front of you was rude, and then you're the person to come and be like, I'm just gonna give you $2. Thank you very much. And you can turn that situation around. Maybe the other person didn't mean to be rude, and they just had a bad time or a fight with somebody or lost their job, you know, and then they brought that negative energy in. And you see the situation, and you now know that. Can you change that situation for that person? Just for their day? You might make their whole day turn around from what the other person did something weird. Or maybe you did something weird, and now you can go ahead and turn that around, or change how you would do it another time. Wow, I just spent 10 minutes on 2 cards, Pisces, so you're going to probably get a bonus. I'm going to let you know, if you're waiting, you're going to probably get a bonus. I feel like I need to give you one anyway. But all that glitters. This is just glitter. It's like what I have in my kitchen here that I can put in my projects to make them fun, but that shit gets everywhere, and it's kind of annoying. And when you put that on your eye stuff, it gets in your eye. You know, all those little tiny micro glitter things just get in your eyes, and they irritate them. And they look cute, but sometimes it's nice to go barefaced so you don't have gunk in your eyes, you know? And sometimes you need to take the mask off so you can understand what is coming from inside. Because what's beaming from inside of you is what's so special. Maybe you're just needing to see the difference, to recognize all that glitters is not gold. You know, gold has substance, it's heavy, and it's beautiful and protective and perfect. If you want to actually look at gold, you can send, I'm getting a lot of gold messages today. So, if you send energy through a gold wire and it gets to the other end, it's not going to lose anything, it's still perfect. You know, for protecting yourself against, not yourself, but like space station stuff or whatever, against bigger waves of energy, it's gold. But just because you buy jewelry that looks gold, like this, from Forever 21, you know, for like $3, looks pretty, but I have it because it's big and it's heavy. And for me, my ear hole that was pierced when I was like, you know, 4 at the mall is a little bit low on my ear, and it looks like an old lady's falling out if I put something too heavy on. But I like to look cute, especially with the short hair. So, you know, I don't have the gold earrings, but, you know, I do have the gold necklace from my grandmother. And this is a different value to it. So, completely different value, by the way. I would be extremely upset if I lost this, not because it's gold, but because it's from my grandma. If that means anything to you guys. I actually do want to get out my torch and do a video on jewelry and show that, because I'd like to solder this a little bit. I took it to a jewelry store. I'm going to say this because I feel like it means something, and I'm going to give you a bonus. I took this to a jewelry store to see if I could get the little clamp or the little clasp fixed, and it's so tiny. And I can do jewelry, but it's hard if you have gold that's already made.